Hi everyone, it's August 6, 2010. I'm Dwight Schmuck. This is another Schmuck Look. Can you imagine that? This is going to sound like I'm picking on Denver. It's just because they were featured in the story that I read this morning. But it's happening in hundreds of school districts all around the country. And, not just school districts, municipalities, the whole bit. What I'm talking about is pension funds and how to finance them and why this is causing such a budgetary shortfall right now. You got a lot of people who are retired because, people live longer now and they're drawing pensions. Gee, can you imagine they worked 40 years or 30 years in a school system and, hey, you had pension plans. It works like that. Now you got to figure out how to pay for them. I get that. Taxes should cover it, but because you greedy, dumb sons of bitches running things, well, we got to raise our salaries first. Because we're smart. Why, we know how to do things, so you got to pay us to do them. And gee golly, there's no money because, pensions outraised the income flow in. Okay, and a bunch of bankers then got together and said, hey, we'll help you out. Why, you could just borrow the money at a fixed rate, but gee, then you're paying this rate of interest here. Why, we'll do it this way with the variable rate, and, just like those home loans that, suddenly people can't make the nut because as more people defaulted, the interest rate went up to cover their losses over here, so your loss gets to be bigger over here. It works like that. Well, that's what Denver did and Chicago did, and like I said, a heck of a lot of places all around the country did. They fell for this. And of course, when the financial markets bellied up a few years back, couple of years, well, their interest rates went way up. Now they're paying exorbitant amounts of money they really can't afford. Gee, guess that's why they can't buy books for the kids now. Duh! Kind of defeats the policy of public schooling if you can't buy books or chalk. Maybe that's what someone was after to begin with. But let's stay focused on the economic problems. Of course, to pay off these notes, why, they're going to invoke the banks will invoke loads of penalties because, well, that was figured in because how much interest they could possibly make over 20 or 30 years. And, now that the school systems want to pay it off quick, unravel the mess, why, we'll just penalize the hell out of them, just as they do to you or me if we want to pay off our home mortgage early. They say, well, gee, you can't cheat us out of all that interest we would have made. Here's a socking big penalty fee for paying it off early. I had always thought that if you paid it off early, they'd have that money then to go lend it to somebody else who could buy something and pay for it. No, they want to suck us dry, and suck would be the operative word because that's what all these rich, powerful banking and political interests do. They suck us up like a vacuum cleaner. We're in the bag, we get thrown in the garbage. It works like that, ladies and G's. I'm sorry, but hey, somebody's got to tell the truth, and it just might as well be me. When these guys come to you and say, oh, we're doing this to help you out, you ought to make them once in a while finish the sentence, why, we're going to help you out of something or other. We're just not real damn sure what it's going to be. Oh, yeah, we are. We're going to help you out of your money, your future. But you're smart, so you'll go for it. Just ask the Denver school board that voted for this. Why, they were smart, too. They got elected. They knew what they were doing. Again, you're talking a bunch of people who make too damn much money. It addles their brains. They sit around with each other, brain-addled idiots, thinking up ways to do you and me. And it all falls back on one thing. Here's why your school districts can no longer afford the equipment to teach your kids. Why, they've been helped out. Can you imagine that? Why, they've been helped right out of the business of educating your kids. I want you to think about that. Maybe it's time, because we're coming up on elections here. Anybody who's in, from school board, I don't care if he's dog catcher at this point. If they're in office, vote them the hell out. Make them come out here, live and work under the laws and budgets they passed. I bet things would straighten out real fast, real good. Give them one term, then come back out here with the rest of us. Be part of us. United States, those two first letters, U.S., us. Be part of us instead of trying to be always on top of us. I'm Dwight Schmuck. That's today's Schmuck Look. Peace out there.